Hey guys, it's Jaykrawls here. This is kind of a dual-purpose video. One, to kind of show you what the Mech Trooper, what he's like in gameplay, some of his stats. So a little review of this guy in the boss strike. It has pretty decent armor, hit points in armor, 335 hit points and 200 armor at rank 7, which it came at rank 7. It has three interesting shots. The first shot is a flame shot where you can manipulate and move this flame shot pretty much anywhere on the board you like to target a specific unit. And it does 25% armor piercing and has a 60% chance of getting DOT damage to a unit. A crit versus critters, it has 130% chance of getting a crit against a critter, so probably will be a lot better in different boss strikes as well using this attack, because you're guaranteed to get a crit with fire damage, which almost all critters have no resistance to fire damage, so you can just imagine how well it'll do. Very high offense. The second shot here, which is very lagging right now, come on. Second shot here, which is the Stinger missiles, does 96 to 162 times 8 damage, but that damage is spread across the board. It's much like the second shot on the your area jetpack guys, where the second shot can randomly hit all around the target and not hit the target you like. But I find that most of the time it does hit the center target at least once or twice. But every once in a while it does miss. That has the ability to hit air, that shot does, so that's another reason I like it. The third shot, which is the Power Crush, which does crushing damage, obviously, does 150 to 264 times 2, which is not bad. Has good offense, only 25% armor piercing, has a 130% chance of crit against a critter, and 115 chance against vehicles. So you're guaranteed you're going to get usually 2 crits. I wish it did explosive damage though, or some other type of damage, but since it's called the Power Crush, I guess that completely makes sense. So all in all, those are the 3 attacks that the unit comes with. It has pretty decent defenses that you can see here. I'm sure you have read all these and checked these out by yourself, but I'll just kind of show you this guy in action here. For the boss strike, I would suggest that you go on Being Outpost, our wiki, and look at what formation that you're about to fight against and determine what you need to put in there. Because if you're fighting a formation with the Ancient Sentinel, then you're screwed. No, if you're fighting a formation with the Ancient Construct, then you may want to adjust your army units a little bit to combat that. Well, one thing I like to do is have the radio tech in there, because he just about takes it out with one shot. And if your radio tech is ranked up, mine's at rank 5, and it can last through to get to that wave, the last wave, 4 or 5, 5th wave, whichever one he comes, then it's good to have in there. Okay, I've been talking too much, so let me just attack here. A lot of people say that you need to take out, and this attack does pretty well against the Dexter frag there, so not too bad in that. I like to have the air unit in here just so I can get behind some of these walls and try to take out some of these units that are back here. A lot of people like to finish this guy off first, just because especially if you're using legendary mammoths, that's a good attack to have. One of my guys in my guild, I think it's Marcel, just recently said that the Blood Ninja can attack the Flying Dexter with this electric strike attack, so it one-shot kills it. So that's a nice a bonus. If you have a Blood Ninja, use it for that right there. Alright. So now it's pretty much just slogging through on the last wave here. I'll have to fight the Ancient Sentinel Construct, and I I've heard from a lot of people that their unit gets to that last wave and then the construct just kills them at that point. So need to be cautious there. Let me just show you this attack here on the Mech Trooper. See, it highlights a large portion of the board. And say I want to hit this guy here. There's a good chance it's going to hit that guy. It did pretty decent damage. So all the attacks went to those two places on the board. So it's completely random, but it does have a good percentage that you're going to get the shot that you want, but it's not. Don't depend on it. You know what I'm saying? So that it's just one of those tricky shots. But it's nice that that shot is anti-air, which is very helpful. So I'm going to use the reason I like the legendary mammoths and having like 3 of them is because of that right there. I can stun units and knock them out. Now on this one I've got Dexterous here, and then I've got the Chinook here, and I want to hit this Chinook because to me, if he gets a shot off, he's going to do more damage. See, one shot killed him. When they hit, it hits good. So I want to try to take out that Chinook first, and then I'm going to take out these frags. Since I'm only on, I want to make sure that I have that shot available, and since I'm only on the second wave, I got plenty of time for that. So I'll go ahead and get rid of this one-shot kill this guy here. And then I'll also want to see about killing these Dexters as quick as possible. If you have a frag, they come in handy this boss strike, but they're not guaranteed a victory. Also notice the ETs do not do well during this boss strike as they do in other boss strikes. It's just because of the damage type that these units that are attacking with are just, which if you look at the Dexter here, well, I just killed it, so you can't look at the Dexter. I was just going to say that his damage attack isn't piercing. I can show you that in just a second. Okay, so if you look here, its laser attack has explosive damage, which is far better than piercing damage. And the second attack here is the crushing damage. So that is why it's doing so much damage to units when it attacks. And even your legendary mammoth, it's just very difficult unit to leave around because it can attack all the time, and I just want to kill it as quick as possible. So I'm going to use my wild boar to knock his health out and hopefully, yes, kill it. And then I'm going to use some mammoths to try to take out some of these soldier units and stun lock things. I did try to use the mechanical troops on the front row, but they got annihilated, so I do not recommend using those guys on the front row. Alright, this shot right here also does pretty well. When it gets a crit, it does very well. So especially even if you've frozen units and such, which is nice. You also want to look ahead to the next wave and see what's coming next to kind of determine what shots that you should take or not take, because it's really not cool if you just use a shot that you really need to take out the flying Dexter or Dexter or something on the next wave, and then you can't because you're waiting on that unit because you used its last shot. So think about your shots. Okay, there you go. Go beating up on my radio tech right there because you know what's coming, you jerk. Totally not cool. Totally not cool. Okay, so he's still alive. Hopefully nothing else hits it, because that would be a complete waste to get this far and then lose that guy. Okay, I'm going to use... So I need to think about what hits the back row here and take those units out, things that can hit the back row. So these units here can hit the back row. So I'm going to take my wild boar and try to kill... I didn't kill him. And he's shooting. And he's dead. Jerkwad. What a jerkwad. Okay, well, it has happened before where I actually did get to use... I got to use my radio tech on the ancient construct at the end, and it did very well. Almost killed it in one shot. And I was going to try to demonstrate that on this video, but Z2 is has made this boss strike a very good challenge, and I'm glad. I mean, I don't want a boring boss strike where you're just sitting here clicking buttons and just watching things die. I got to be honest. It sucks for a lot of people because they don't have the units they need to stay competitive in the boss strike. But you got to understand also, after you've been playing for a while and you've accumulated a strong army and stuff, it just gets old after a while. So while I know it sucks that it's difficult, it is also fun. Okay, well, crap. I'm looking at the... I was looking at that exact formation, and it's completely different. Wow. So I guess being outpost may have had that formation wrong, because... and I am looking at the right wave, so I'll have to figure out what happened. But there was, according to being outposts, on that formation setup that I had, there was supposed to be an ancient construct at the end of it. I have to take a closer look. Maybe there was two of them that were very similar and I just missed it. So there you go. But anyway, I'm at least getting to show you guys the... which, since my radio tech's dead anyway, I'm kind of glad that I didn't have to fight the construct, because he would have laughed at me. These boars, the boar and boar 2 are really nice to have in this game, because you can use it to you can use them to take out these units that are hiding behind walls or defenses and things like this, that's trying to get in last shots to just kill things right at the end, you know. Oh well. Let me demo this shot just again to show you the randomness of it. Two of the shots hit there, and then the others hit around it, so I'd say almost most of the times it hits the target at least once or twice, but it's not something you can depend on. Alright, let me go out with a Blood Ninja Slash. Okay, there you go. This is one formation that that works, and I lost 2 ETs and a radio tech. You could have used a number of things in there on the front row that you have available to you. Just think about the resources that you have right now. That's going to be key. If you're using a lot of your units that are dying, that are using heavy resources or that take a long time to heal, then yeah, you're going to be down and out for a while. You just may not have the army to be able to fight this boss strike without losing heavy units, and that's okay. You may just have to do what you can to get through as many waves as possible, and then heal and recoup. Go to your friends' bases and collect their lumber, and assist them, and do whatever you can to help your team and those guys who have stronger armies. Assist in their base so they can get those units back out there faster. Whatever you can do to help If there's any other strategies and tips that you want to leave below, please feel free to do. And as I come up with more things and strategies, I'll let you guys know as well. All right, thanks.